we'll take a break because that was a lot to pan out. But now the only way we continue the conversation is bringing in Mr. Pick and Roll, Avery Johnson, tapping in with us this AM. And Coach, this time of year is always exciting because the movement is just left and right and so fast. And we didn't really even cover everything so far leading into this. But I want to just acknowledge that things can't become official until July 6th. But how do you feel and who stands out to you as an impact player to keep an eye on when we talk about free agents and we talk about those that will have an opportunity to sign somewhere, from a Myles Turner or a Josh Giddey? When you see this list of free agents right here, who sticks out to you?
Well, Myles Turner, because, he's coming off of a finals appearance with the Indiana Pacers. And sure, he was a little bit up and down, but that's kind of the future of where NBA basketball is, with centers that are more of not just back to the basket guys, but guys that can pick and pop. And this guy is a knockdown three-point shooter. He's got a much improved post-up game. But I like Myles Turner on this list, and he could be a guy now with the experience of playing deep into the NBA playoffs for 2 years in a row, going to an NBA Finals, losing in the Game 7. Unfortunately, when Tyrese Halliburton, the best player on his team, has an Achilles injury and is going to be out for probably 12 months. Myles Turner is a guy that I would definitely target on that list. And whether we're talking about unrestricted free agency or restricted free agency, another guy, Jonathan Kuminga, on that list, who averaged 15 points a game. He's a versatile forward, in and out of the Golden State Warriors lineup. Sometimes they feel like they like him, sometimes they feel like they don't. This guy, underwhelmed against the Rockets in the playoffs, played much better. 6 points against the Rockets, 20 a game against Minnesota. So he's a talented guy coming from a good organization, and that's what I would look for. I would always look for guys, independent of what their stats were, what type of organization are they coming from? And if you can get a Myles Turner from a solid organization like the Indiana Pacers or Jonathan Kuminga, those players pretty much in the prime of their careers could really step in and start for you and help elevate your team.
So elevation is something that we know LeBron is always looking for because he wants to win. And the news with him right now is that he's opting in. First time he's ever done that, $52 million plus by doing so. 23rd season for him this upcoming. Initially over the weekend, there was a little bit of noise over, okay, how much longer will LeBron play, because of an Instagram post where someone he was out with saying that Savannah only wanted him to play for one more year. But now we know, okay, he's at least committed to next season. We have an article up online right now that Sam Quinn has on CBSSports.com talking about a potential that the Cavs might be interested in trading to get LeBron back to Cleveland. First, when you hear that, what is your reaction?
My reaction is, this is all about LeBron James' son. Can we stop this? He wants to play with his son. This is an opportunity for Bronny James, especially in the current state of the Los Angeles Lakers, even if he can get on the court for 10 minutes a game. All right, this is about LeBron James playing some real time with his son. If he would have opted out then, not opted into his contract, then we could have been concerned. His son sporadically played in 23 games last year, maybe 25, but this is an opportunity for his son not to play in the G League this year, but remain with the big team, with the Lakers, so that his mom can watch her husband and her son play more minutes together. And after this year, then everything is on the table. LeBron James can go play one more year somewhere else, but this is a chance for them to really play more meaningful minutes together this year with the Lakers.
So then if you're thinking he's going to stay put with the Lakers, then you had Rich Paul, LeBron's agent, putting out a statement saying this right here, that we understand the difficulty in winning now while preparing for the future. We do want to evaluate what's best for LeBron at this stage in his life and career. So those words are said out there. LeBron opts in. Is this any additional pressure on the Lakers brass to make sure they bring in some more pieces to win now and not just the future? And if they don't, could we see a situation where LeBron, before next season, says, actually, I don't want to be here anymore?
I don't see that. I don't see where LeBron says he's not going to want to be in Los Angeles. But I do think he's putting pressure on the Lakers. You know, you have some expiring contracts with, you know, Hachimura, Maxi Kleber, Gabe Vincent. Dalton Connect could be a really good, interesting trade piece. They tried to trade him for Mark Williams. So there's some guys that they can try to flip and improve this roster around, you know, Luka and LeBron James. So the Lakers got some work to do. I think LeBron is sending the message that he understands, you know, what are the tradable pieces on this market. He understands, you know, what they have in terms of free agent cap spending. So that's what this is about. They'll make some moves with some of the guys that I just named, but I would be shocked if LeBron James, independent of how this team performs this year, I would be shocked if he doesn't start and finish this season with the Lakers.
Okay, I was going to ask you one final button on that just to be sure. No scenario could you see in this upcoming season, despite how it might go, if it goes south and goes off the rails, that LeBron says, okay, get me to a contender, whether that be Cleveland or somewhere else?
There's no chance for your tie. Is that orange? That
orange coral. Yeah.
Coral, there's no chance for your tie to turn dark blue during this segment. And it's the same with LeBron James. I believe anything can happen, but I believe he'll stay put with the Lakers this year.
Okay, that makes complete sense, and we will rock with that. You heard it from Coach here, live and in person. No, LeBron is sticking put with the Lakers for right now. I want to pivot over to the Rockets because they've made so many moves and giving more money to Jabari Smith Jr., bringing in KD. The way they are orchestrated right now, do you think that they are a true contender, or do they need another piece if they want to get a title?
Zach, I believe they need another piece. Now, they've done a terrific job in the offseason when you basically bringing in Kevin Durant. If he can stay healthy for Green, I think, you know, this kid, Jabari Smith, I covered him for CBS Sports Network. You know, I think he's got a high upside. We compared him to a young Kevin Garnett back when he was in college at Auburn University. So I like the moves that they've made. Reed Shepherd is a young kid that I think is going to continue to blossom and grow. Ime Udoka, they re-signed him. They got him locked up. But the thing that they needed someone that can score off the dribble, especially at the end of the shot clock. They needed experience, championship experience, MVP experience. They got all of that in LeBron James. And if he can play 70-plus games with the guys that they were able to retain, Fred VanVleet is another NBA champion that they're going to re-sign. I really like how the Houston Rockets are positioned, but I still think they need one more piece. It's one more valuable experience role player to come off the bench.
We like having you on the morning show, Coach. As always, it is always a pleasure. Avery Johnson, Mr. Pick and Roll, our coach. Thank you so much. Talking some NBA before the trade deadline comes later on down the road, because right now we're talking about that free agency period with the legal tampering and the negotiating window opening up at 6 p.m. Eastern. What free agent? We'll start talking to teams. Of course, there will be tons of breaking news to come later on today before all guys can sign starting July 6th.